Our location and our building here in Antrim especially has a unique feel to it, and we have creaky floors, and I think that's what really makes us different. I grew up in a hardware store pretty much here. My grandfather started in Henniker in the early 40s. And then my father started our second store here in the early 60s. And now my father's running the newer store in Henniker, which was built in 1977.
Well, I think everybody likes to be talked to. I feel that the people still like to be talked to, and they like the individual service for a small business has to offer.
I feel very fortunate because you get to spend time with people you love. As far as getting along, you figure out how to get along. You all do. You get to know each other and figure out how to do it.
As a child, they're your boss at work and boss at home, and at times that could have been probably overwhelming, but I think as I've gotten older, I think I've really appreciated it more. Being on the floor, right where customers are, not managing from the back office, being in the trenches with everybody else. That's what my father had always done, and my grandfather, my parents and grandparents. Many times when people come in here, they're coming in to solve a problem. And we, as a group, are problem solvers. So sometimes the big boxes may have larger selection of stuff for maybe lower prices, but they may not always have the product knowledge and the know-how to help the person out. Just the other day, a lady came in. She had a couple lamps, and the weight at the bottom of them crumbled out and broke. And Ted took her lamps and put some hydraulic cement in the bottom of them and some felt, and she was happy as could be. We have some Yankee ingenuity here, I think, and that's what really helps people solve their problems, and they appreciate it.
That fire was my livelihood. There was 7 families involved that people were depending on a paycheck. And I'm not going to let my family down, and I'm not going to let their families down. When you lose something and it's your livelihood, you do everything you can to keep the livelihood going.
I was in school the day the fire happened, and the next day my sister and I took off from school to help out here in the store.
I know people were buying things, I believe, that they probably didn't need after the fire just to keep me going. And it did. It really was a shot in the arm for us. We have a lot of friends in the community and a lot of good customers. They're pretty loyal, and I think that's what a small town's all about.
We never actually closed one day. Even though we had a fire, we stayed in business. So we turned it around, and we're here the way we are now because of that. Stubborn old Yankee hard work. I lived over at the seacoast over in Dover and worked over there, and that was kind of a stressful time for the family because they wanted me to be back here, but I wanted to kind of see what it was like to be on my own, to kind of prove that I could do something on my own, out of the family nest. Growing up in the store, it's taught me a lot of hard work ethic because I've had good examples of hard workers, both my parents and also my grandparents.
We hope to continue it all with Rick in place. We have 4 wonderful grandchildren. They'll be around the stores while they're growing up. It'll really be in their hands, I'd say. It'll be up to them to take it on if they want.